What is going on, guys and girls? It's your boy Day Trader here, and I'm back with another video. Now, this video, I'm going to show you guys how to read candlestick charts for you guys who are still using lines and you want to, maybe stop using lines and, get more into it with trading so that you can see the charts better and you can manage to, view your trades better and know when to get in and when to get out and what you're actually looking at. For example, I'm going to change this to a line. Now, you're looking at candles. Now, if I change this to a line, it's just simply a line. Like, all you see is a line going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. For you guys that are new to trading, you might think that I see the same thing with candles. I just see lines, but it's a big difference. All you see is a line. It doesn't tell you anything. It just tells you that the price went up, the price went down a little bit, it was going sideways, and then it dropped back down. That's all it's going to tell you if you're reading lines. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to change this back to candles. Okay, now let's get into it. As you can see, this chart looks very, very different. I'm going to start off by showing you guys how to actually, read the chart before I explain the difference. So, when you have the green candles, this is how you can read these candles. When you have a green candle like this big candle right here, this big candle, the biggest candle on the screen. Okay, so when the candle is green, the stock opens up at 9:30 a.m. when the market opens at the bottom of the green candle. 9:30 a.m. Okay, so when it's green, that means that it opened at this price at the bottom of the candle. 9:30 is when the stock market opens. So the stock started right here this date. And we're looking at the 6-month chart. So this is not, the 1-day chart where we're looking into what happened today. This is over a time period. So the stock is going to open up right here. Now, when it goes up all the way up here, when the candle closes at the top of the green right here, this means that the candle itself, the stock itself, it closed at 4 p.m. that day. When the market closed, this is where the stock stopped at. So in the green candle, it opened up at the bottom, 9:30. It traded throughout the day, and it closed at 4 p.m. at this price, 62.55, I believe. Yeah. And if you look on the left-hand side of the screen, you will see it says open 37.52, close 62.55, because it opened at the bottom and it closed at the top. Now, I know you guys are wondering, what is this big giant line sticking out? Okay, so whenever you have a giant line sticking out, that means, for example, I told you guys that the stock closed right here. It closed at 62.55 because that's what a green stock. But this line means that this is the high of the day that the stock reached. This is the highs that the stock went. So the stock actually went to $72 that day. But it didn't close that high. It came back down, and by the time the market closed, it closed at 62. So that's what that line is. And the same thing at the bottom. When the line's at the bottom, that's the lowest that the stock went that day. It didn't close right there, but maybe in the morning time it dipped down to the bottom. Actually, it did. I remember this day on AMC when I was trading. I woke up, looked for a few trades. I looked at AMC for about an hour, so I wasn't doing much. So I went back to sleep. Yep, that's what happened. Went right back to sleep, and I woke back up, and that thing was like going crazy. I missed out on like 1K that day on this trade alone. And so, yeah, it dipped down just to this little point right here, and then that's when it skyrocketed, because around that time it wasn't doing anything, so I just left it alone. So that's how you read the green. Now when you get to the red, we're gonna go ahead and go to this one. The red candles open up at the top. It's the opposite. So the green opens up at the bottom, the red opened up at the top. So the stock started trading at the top right here. Open says $58, and the red means obviously it went down that day. Green means it went up. Green opens at the bottom, red opens from the top, and it closes at the bottom. And the red closed at $51. So that's how you read the red. It's just the opposite of the green. The green opens at the bottom, closes at the top. The red opens at the top, closes at the bottom. Green means it's going up. red means it's going down. And the same thing with these lines. It went all the way up here. I guess in the morning time, it went this high when the stock market opened. Then it came back down. And it ended up going way, way back down here. This is the lowest it went throughout that day. And I guess it ended up coming back up. And it closed right here. Now, another tip about reading candlestick charts. When you're looking at the daily chart like this, this green day right here, I can't move the screen up, but right here, this day, you had a nice small green day. You got a good run up, open up right here, good close. It closed towards its highs. The high is right here and it closed towards that area. That's good sign of strength for the next day. And overnight, after hours in pre-market, it gapped up. This is how you can tell that the stock moved up overnight, after hours in pre-market before the market opened, because the red candle opens up at the top. It closed right here it closed at 26 and opened at 31. That is a gap up, and that is a nice play to hold overnight. So that's another thing you can read. And right here again, this day didn't have any movement, but the momentum continued after hours in pre-market. This day right here, we got a close of 32. And like I said, the green opens at the bottom. You got a big gap right here. It opened up at 37. Same thing again right here. You get a close of 49.40. And you get an open of 51.83. So that's about all you really need to know with candles. And like I said, the difference between lines and candles is that candlestick charts, they can actually show you how high the stock went that day, where the stock closed, where the stock opened. And if you're looking at the chart throughout the day, if you were trading that day and you're looking to see what the stock was doing that day, candlesticks can also show you where support is. Like, there's support right here, as you can see. The low is right here. The next day, the line shows that it went right back to that same area and came back up. And again, another time, same area, and bounce right back up. So that those lines can show you. Now, if you were using a line chart, it would have just been, just a bunch of lines going up and down, and you wouldn't even be able to see that. So that you can see a lot of different things with this. And you can see this resistance right here. Oh, sorry guys, didn't mean to do that. But you can see this resistance right here. This is resistance. It's not passing this level. Constant goes up and tries again, and it can't get past it because this is the high, and as you can see, it didn't get past it. So that's the big difference between lines and candles. Candles, you can see way much more, and lines, if I go back to the line chart, I'm going to go back to the line chart and just look at this support area just to show you guys. It doesn't even show you the low. It doesn't even show the support. It doesn't show anything. It just shows a line. Now, if you go back to the candles, you can see it's coming way down here. It won't even show you that on the line chart. So there you go, guys and girls. That's how you read the difference between candles and lines. Well, that's how you actually read candles, and you can see the difference between candles and lines, and why you should not use lines, why you should use candles. Even if you're not an active day trader, you're just an investor, and you just buy and hold trades for a year, I think you still should get into candles, because you can actually see what you're doing and know what's going on, rather than using the line. I know some people don't really want to use candles because it's more complicated, but it's not that complicated. All you have to do is just understand it a little bit, and it'll be like nothing, a piece of cake. Like, it doesn't take that long to learn it. So if you're using lines, go ahead and use candles, because they're going to show you a lot more, and the mistakes that you're making on lines, you won't really make them on candles. That being said, guys and girls, I hope you learned. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment if you have any questions, subscribe to the channel if you like the content. I'm out.